So I'm trying this new thing where I review my own replays. I said I would do that a long time ago, but I do have this new tool here. I've got my 2-in-1 laptop and my drawing pen here, but this is just, an overlay type thing and it sucks, but whatever. We'll take a look. So I've got my live video here of my performance and the viewable replay here. Let me just get set up. So I'm going to start my replay on the left side here. Okay, let's see what kind of shenanigans I get into. I wonder if there's a mute button I can click. Anyway, whatever. So, I'll just do that in post-edit. So I'm reviewing this game because I do very well in the beginning / mid-game, and then I just fall off the damn bandwagon. Oh shit, I need to unpause this. Alright, I'm gonna pause mine until it catches up. Anyway, so the reason why I'm doing this is so I can review myself, because I do really good-ish from start to mid-game. Oh, I need to unpause. I do really good start to mid-game, and then I fall off the bandwagon late game. And it's so fucking bad. So, I never look at my own replays, because I find it, although it makes you a much better player,
No. Oh my god.
I kind of value my time a little too much, where I would, try to get a game, if anything. So anyways, I got my 2-in-1 tablet here. Well, my 2-in-1 laptop with my drawing pen. And this is just an overlay program, so I can kind of draw things. So anyways, right now, I have got... I need to do this. So he is also sending his shit down here, whereas I'm sending both of the engineers, this engineer and this engineer, to this location. It's really good because, like, here, if I show you, all of that juicy mass, you have a ton of mass to fuel, let's say, like a bomber. I'm going kind of ish first bomber, where I do end up messing up because the engineer and commander kind of go idle for a split second. Okay, so let's take a look at what I end up doing. So that's...
I know there is, you just can't
okay, so
see it
different approaches here. So he's going, kind of,
like
whatever. Anyway, I'm doing my own thing down here. I'm trying to grab as much reclaim as I can. Fuel the bomber. Over here you've got all of that all that energy to fuel that bomber. Because I am going 5 P-gens, which is typically... it's way too low for a bomber. Anyway, at one point, and you'll probably notice, but I do have these two engineers go idle because I kind of overdid the power, so I'm kind of wondering, can I get that bomber out with just 4 P-gens? Probably. If I uber epic concentrate. Okay, so let's continue. Let's take a look. So he is... oops. God damn it! Yeah, so his 4th engineer is going for this reclaim here. Whereas my 3rd engineer goes here, ignoring this, and what I'm hoping to do is, with the bomber, I'm going to send it this way and deny that expansion. Let's erase that. Deny this expansion here, because what I want to do is deny that hydro. Okay. And if I'm allowed to, I'm going to come back with the bomber and try to kill this expanding engineer. Now, typically, most people will bring the commander and bring it this way. Well, this is starting to look like a fucking mess. Let's get rid of all that. So, typically, most people will bring the commander and take over this area and or this area. I've seen that pretty common. But the point is, yeah, let's get rid of this thing so we can have a little bit more to look at. Anyway. But yeah, so here's the bomber. Let's take a look. Let's just see what I'm doing here. Right. Okay, so the bomber's kind of... oh yeah. Okay, I went a little lower in this direction because I wanted to avoid getting spotted by an interceptor. So that's kind of where my train of thought was. Okay. I'm looking at my other video and I'm super stalled on energy. And there's another bomber I just grabbed. I need to bring this forward a smidge until I catch up to the other one. Okay, we're about there. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Okay. So,
Very nervous.
bomber is doing exactly what it's supposed to. Denying this expansion here. I've got the other bomber here because I kind of noticed that his air is kind of non-existent. So this should be a pretty good denial.
Dude, stop.
So basically my start is epic. The epic start! I think I ended up losing my bomber here in this area because my interceptor usage is fucking horrible. So, you know, with some proper scouting, I'm looking at my bomber on the other screen and this bomber right here. So I'm looking at my bomber. What I should have done is fucking scouted. So I should have grabbed this scout, sent him in this direction, and denied more expansion this way because I think I'm sending my bomber. Which direction am I sending it? Yeah, like useless APM. So I should have denied this, and possibly this. Invoke an air battle because I do have 2 here and 1 here. Maybe just, you know, try to get the air win here. That would be ideal. So anyways, I've got this bomber and I think I'm sending it here because my main priority right now is just to deny this expansion right there.
Shit.
Because that hydro plays a very big part. I mean, it's such cheap energy. And considering he's like wasting engineers on these tiny trees, I know some people grab those, but it's a minuscule amount of energy. I'd rather send this engineer out. Well, maybe not there, but I would definitely send this engineer and this engineer out here with a protection detail, because you can see that he's got these guys, and he's got these guys. You could send these both in this direction. So that would be what I would be doing. But he destroyed me, so let's stop critiquing a superior PappyNoob. Anyway. No, that was perfect timing. Like actually, like I upgraded. Anyway.
Should probably not do this.
So this is perfect. What he did here. He just denied my expansion completely. What I should have done
Cybern right now.
is grab the commander, send him out sooner. Because that would have been a hard counter, like what he's doing. He is effectively securing this area, whereas I lost this area. So, let's have a little counter at the top. Let's do that. Let's have a little counter. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's got 11. God. Mexes right now, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've got fucking 9 mexes. So he's got me good, but I did delay this, which at this point is kind of redundant because I didn't capitalize on it.
Should have loaded that.
So what am I saying here?
Damn it.
What are the things I'm saying? Okay, so he's down to 10. Kudos me. So, what could I have done here? One, I know, because I'm looking at my other side here, I knew that this had a pretty good reinforcement. Sending the energies here, sending the NGs here with the transport, fucking terrible idea, because I simply knew that there was a, you know, that big ass army coming to kill them. Now what I could have done is send that transport, bloop, make a PD. Let's do that. PD. That would have been the ideal thing to do. If we're going the aggressive route. If we aren't, you know, with some proper scouting and knowing that I've got, you know, a good protection detail up here, I could start a proxy base there. And then as these guys are taking care of these guys,
Jesus, that's a lot.
well, simply put, I would effectively secure this whole area. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're learning here. We're learning. So good to know with my shitty tank right there. No, actually, I didn't even think I killed him. So that effectively denied a good chunk there. Alright, my eco currently stands at a balanced mass with plus 110, plus 60 power. It's not too bad. I would consider that fairly balanced.
Where did he go? Where did all that shit go?
So yeah. Anyway, so he's got a plus. He's back
going?
up
Nice.
to 12, I
Finally
think.
something that's not more.
12. You know what? I'm not going to keep up with this. This is just too much. Anyway, plus 27 mass for me. He's got a pretty good amount of air here. I don't know what exactly he's going to do with it. Oh, I didn't even notice my transport there. Yeah, so I do end up sending it back. And now my game seems to be ahead a little bit. Yeah. So let's go ahead and
I'm making mistakes right now.
fast forward here
2 power.
until I catch up. Oh god,
Well,
I
we
went too
land
far.
right here.
I've gone too far.
That'd be cool.
124. Alright, let's slow down a little bit. Caught in my own head. Alright.
Okay, I didn't notice Commando was right there.
Perfect. Now we're all synced up and ready to go. Okay. So here's another error. One, I got a commander right here. I got a force here, but he's making his retreat. So what could I have done? Could have pushed here, denied those two mexes, at least, you know, for a moment. I know these guys are dead. Sacrificing all that arrow is very, very dumb. And I know it's looking really choppy, but this fucking program is... It adds a completely other window on top of it, which is really dumb. You know what? I wonder if this will help. No, I'm not gonna fuck with it because Streamlabs is in the background. Ugh, this i7 sucks. This laptop is not meant for gaming. Obviously. Ah, look at that fucking mistake. Sacrificing my air like a scrub. Feels bad, man.
Shit.
Alright, so I'm looking at the other screen. I did expand here. I'm moving on this way. And... what's going on? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I am sending this bomber right here
Fuck.
to try and deny...
I'm screwing up so hard right now.
trying to deny the PGen over here
Many mistakes.
somehow. Because I know that he's got no anti-air in that direction outside of this. So I do believe I spot this at one point. This transport. I'll eventually spot it, right? Right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I do spot it.
Come on, man.
Real nice! Okay, so this is completely uncontested. I need to... oh, well, I've got my transport here. I could definitely send maybe a couple of these guys in this transport. Go up this way, do this, blop, blop,
Touch here.
blop, and deny this. Because there's not really anything there to deny that maneuver. So I could definitely grab this guy, start claiming some mexes, make a PD,
So much
anti-air, radar.
mass donated.
Because my radar coverage right now is just deplorable. So I am effectively donating mass here. God damn, stuck in my chair. Anyway, This is a big mass donation on my part. Very, very dumb. This... dumb. I almost misspelled dumb. Derm. So... derm. Anyway. Alright. Let's focus on what I'm doing. Effectively sacrificing a transport here. Very nice. I need to move this back. Good. Where are we at? 122 on the other side. I am ahead. Let's slow this down.
I'm wasting so much of my time.
Okay, so I just queued up TML with effective range roughly like this. Well, actually it stretches, yeah, it stretches out to there. It's very, in my opinion, having it there when it could be going uncontested, even if you can squeeze 2 or 3 out, it can be a very effective tool because the price of a TML versus how much you can screw over like a T2, like the amount of T2 mexes or the power, it's ridiculous. It's just really ridiculous. It's sort of OP, but the counter is so... it's so easily countered. You know, with my ability to not stay zoomed out, which is a problem of mine, I know. He could effectively just send, you know, a few bombers and deny it, and my investment into that TML, you know, heavily outweighs the few bombers that he spent. You know. Oh, fuck. I zoned out pretty good here. I'm at 1443 over there. So I'm looking at these bombers just destroy here. So let's go... where am I at? Let's stop it at 15 around there. Anyway.
This eco balance of mine. Oh my god, am I still fucking building this?
So my eco balance right now, because I heard myself say something, is it's not too bad.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
I am at like a 50% ratio as far as my mass income versus my mass expenditure. That's not exactly where you want to be. So what I would do in this situation is... well, actually it's kind of balancing off. I think it's because I'm waiting on a few mexes to upgrade.
Christ.
Anyway. So, sizable army here. So I do remember thinking,
No anti-air in the mix.
I am okay with this because I scouted this and there's not a fucking... like, there is not even a single anti-air peppered in the mix. So, you know, I am amassing a few gunships and in my mind I was like, I can easily snipe. I could snipe the commander that's right here, and I knew he was there. You know, when I was live streaming, I did mention I didn't know where he was, or he had a ton of anti-air or some shit, but that's a fucking excuse, because I knew he was in this area. You know, I'm scouting. Although I wasn't looking at that scout when I'm looking at the replay, but I knew he was there because, you know, memory. Although mine is minimal. So I'm waiting for him to get close because I am trying to bait him. So this massive amount of army is going to be just butchered. Just absolutely destroyed. So my goal is to kill all of the advancing forces that are coming in instead of the back ones. But during his retreat, maybe it would have been a good idea to maybe aim for the center and move my way back, instead of killing the tail end, because that effectively...
oh, come on, man.
yes, it does give me some mass in that area. But, you know what? I'm overthinking this. I am just overthinking this. I'm trying to tell myself, if I kill more...
Is that shielded? I think it is.
yeah, I'm overthinking this. Anyway, whatever. I did a good job. I done did a good job. So anyways, he obviously knows now that I have a shit ton of gunships, so he did the correct thing by making a ton of anti-air, and you know, as I was playing, I was very confused why he prioritized, you know, these mexes, all of those, for Tech 2, instead of these. I mean, I can see he's got some Tech 2s, but he didn't prioritize those, which I found a little weird. It did kind of fuck with me a little. But anyway, so these gunships, if I remember correctly, they can fit 2. So these gunships here. Gunship UEF. Tech 2. They can fit 2 T1 units or 1 T2. And a tactic you could do is with these gunships you can pair 1 flak. So, you know, if all these were fucking loaded with, you know, say a few artilleries or something, I could... Ah, man, look at all this fucking waste here. This is just sad. This is just sad. I'm wasting so many gunships, and I do recognize that there was one there. So I do send them up there, but the point is, I could have loaded them with something. You know, take my time, send out a scout, really take a look at what's going on, because, you know, just 1 flak, which is, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage! But, man. Fucking idle. Oh no, they were stuck. I'm hearing myself. Yeah, I can see that I gave orders to move in that direction. Anyways, so I'm trying to deny these. I gotta stay away from this flak. Move in this direction. Take care of all that. That'd be the ideal scenario. This is kind of dumb. I have no direct fire units. He could definitely send this in. Now that he has 2 flaks in the mix, he could easily send this in. So, error on his part, PappyNoob. He could effectively denied much of this, because 2 flaks is pretty much a direct counter for these T2 gunships. Let's see. So far he is out ecoing me, but I believe I am trying to be clever with my shit. Oh yeah. I think... Yes, he did. That first TML was a waste. Because he did direct counter. Although he didn't have any TMD. Like, no TMD here. 1 TMD there. And no TMD here. Like, that TML could have been very, like, what's the word, effective, but it wasn't, because he direct countered me. It's not too complicated, right? Anyway, I'm done kind of explaining this shit, because I may be wrong. Because I think it might actually be T1, like 1 T1 or 1 T2, which makes no sense, but I think I remember having a hard time loading 2. So, another mass donation on my part. Failed to scout. I'm looking at the map on the other. I'll eventually recognize that, and I'm sending some these transports here with artillery loaded. I think I'm gonna land in this area. I do remember that the gunship goes here and gets stuck there for some fucking reason. Hashtag faff. This is very dumb. Having my commander just chill right there. Please fix. If anyone is doing hotkeys, if I select idle engineers, please remove my commander from that selection. Because, you know, sometimes I forget and he'll fucking, you know, go on a reclaim run when all I wanted was the engineers that were idle. Other problem with hotkeys regarding the commander. There's a hotkey that selects indirect fire. For some fucking reason, this guy is in it. Please fix. I don't want to select artillery and my commander. I have another hotkey for a commander. If you know, my hotkey for the commander is 1. He's my number 1 unit. I want to select him easily. It's hard binded to 1. This right here, I don't know what the fuck happened. It's just, you know, just Down syndrome. Just cancer. So really dumb. I'm sending him back eventually. I do notice. Anyway, so little TML barrage here. I do like my TMLs. Very, very strong investment when they do pan out. I do know, I'm looking at my other map, I do know that there's a TMD here. My hope, oh fuck, I think I lose it. But anyways, I'm hoping that I can destroy these easily. Destroy that, destroy that, destroy that, because I think it takes 3 bombers, typically, to kill a TML, although UEF has an HP buff, so it may require more. I think the Aeon bomber has a little more direct damage to the structure. Anyway, so trolling with some Janus. I got my Janus going out and about. This is obviously gonna die. Shouldn't take more than 1 Janus to kill that. And it does, surprisingly. So apparently a T2 fighter requires more than 1. That's pretty shitty. So essentially I'm sacrificing a bunch of my air because of this fucking shit right here. But I'm trying to kill all his power. And here's a good learning opportunity. Let's see how effective my move was. Because I am trying to kill all his power. Okay, so that was really effective, surprisingly. I knew his mass was good. Oh, fucking idle NGs mod, I swear I turned you off. Well, we're about to see a bunch of idle engineers until they get another order. So, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, my Januses are just fucking him up. You know, he has no air control. What am I doing? Protect.
Wow, why am I
Yep, see? Okay, so I do react, but very late. Sacrificial system engaged. I eventually do react. So let's fast forward because it seems as though my computer is fucking ass rape slow. That's not a metaphor you should use, by the way. Come on! Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I do end up targeting this area, which is pretty effective. All his mass, like, this is ridiculous. Like, my eco right now. God, it's just. Oh, I guess I can't see it, but my eco right now is just superb compared to him. Fucking 88, and that is likely due to the stall, his e-stall. Like, just 82 income versus his 17. This should be over, but I'm fucking around doing useless shit right here. Like, my goodness, like, I killed his HQ. I killed these mexes. Excuse me. And what, I mean, like, what a waste. Here, this should be an attack move, and it is. Because I don't... Okay, so it is an attack move. So the reason why I'm loving the artillery is because I can one and done. I know myself enough to know that I have a hard time microing and have a hard time keeping it zoomed out. Situational awareness is very low. I need to work on that. And I always say that that's my ADHD at play, and it could be, but that's a poor ass excuse when I should just get in the habit. You know, if I'm good enough to be a paramedic, then I should be good enough to fucking do this, unless I'm killing all my patients, which I know I'm not. Anyway, snipe opportunity here. If I fucking noticed, all I gotta do is scout, get a shit ton of gunships, couple Januses, effectively kill with the Janus this flak, because he has no air, he has no anti-air. for sure he has not the eco to pump some out. He definitely does not have the eco to pump it out. And an attack move would have been a better idea up here. I am trying to use this as a diversion. Okay, I do remember that. I was trying to use this as a diversion to move these units like this. But, you know, PappyNoob, being a baller, playing zoomed out, saw right through that. Sacrificing flak here, I need to lock them in place. So typically what I do is I select some flak and I hard lock them in place. So I use the selection deprioritizer to remove them from my selectable queue, so they stay there. So it's a very cheap, cost-effective option to dissuade the enemy from moving. And I can hear myself talking, and I'm moving these engineers here because I want all that mass. Yeah, there's a shit ton of mass up there. Okay, this is an awful analysis of my performance, but you know, I'm very bad at figuring out what I do wrong. So let me know in the comment section below what it is that I do wrong. But anyways, he's got like a ridiculously strong force here that he could use. Take this PD out. It's one fucking PD. And he could just absolutely destroy me. I'm letting him rebuild here. Oh my god, I could just easily destroy him with like just... well, the Januses would effectively be countered here. Man. Anyways, so I'm making a drop in a very bad spot right there. It's too bad this laptop is so fucking slow, because this is choppy. Okay. Alright, let's look at some openings here. Oh, was that flak there when I was saying I could snipe him? I don't think it was. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Anyway, some situational awareness notes. This needs to move back. Let some of that PD take care of the brunt, or the majority of that needs to be taken care of. These units have pretty much nothing. This orientation, like that, versus an orientation that goes like this, the little Pac-Man orientation. Just, you know, when the fire comes in like that, you got one unit effectively versus a crap ton of other units. This is just terrible positioning for PappyNoob. For me, terrible positioning and unit mix, because if he decides to go air, which he really should, but you know, with that eco stall I induced, it's very hard for him to come back. But he does. He fucking destroys me because of my ineptitude. Alright, so anyways, I got T3. I'm pumping out some T3 units. Finally, he makes his move down here. Good move, good move. I approve of this message. I think there's a ton of reclaim here. I believe there is, and I'm just letting him gobbledygook all that shit. Very bad move on my part. By the way, I have 10 idle engineers. I have some very good situational awareness with the T2 radar right there, extending out to here, so we got, like, you know, fairly good situational awareness. I'll know if there's an attack coming, which I do. You know, I've got. Honestly, PappyNoob should have pushed his forces in, because it's not 3 Percivals that is going to deny this. Percivals are just fucking terrible against T1. You know, just a few artilleries and some labs if you want to troll. Just troll with a crap ton of labs. I've seen it done, and it is just hilarious. I'm getting a tummy ache from not eating. All I had was a protein shake, a blueberry. Oh my god, would you look at this inadequate situational awareness. So, on the other side, I need to speed this up. Anyway, make the landing here. UEF artillery is fucking terrible at structural damage. Much of the damage seems to be wasted on the AoE, the separation of the artillery shell. I mean, look at this. Look how long this is lasting. If this was Aeon, this would have been dead in half the time, I believe. Very bad move. Look at all that flak. Look at all this flak. Fucking terrible move. Oops, and I need to slow this down again. I'm falling ahead here. Versus the other side. 31, 38. Yeah. Yeah, terrible, terrible move. This is a sizable army here that I need to be worried about, and I know it. I'm looking at my radar here. I'm still focused on the other side. You know, I'm still focused on this shit. But let me just fucking pause this so this shit'll make more sense. So I do realize I can hear myself. I do realize my error regarding the flak. Little dum-dum me. Alright, so while that's catching up, I've got 30 seconds to look. Oh, not even. Okay. We're all caught up pretty much. Alright, we are all caught up. 32:10. Whatever. Yeah, this right here was a pretty good push by PappyNoob. So my eco's looking very balanced. Per fucking usual, dude. Like, so good at ecoing. I'm not. Oh god, look at this unit orientation. Just fucking terrible. Like what I was saying. Like that versus something that's not direct. Like anything that looks like that, just shred at the armies. Heaven has a fantastic tutorial on unit positioning, unit orientation. Sacrificing a ton of mass here. These Percivals, just ridiculous. If I were to push it down here, like, I need to use my shields to take the brunt of the damage, because these Percivals are the alpha shot is wasting so much of that. Oh my god, this is get me sick. This is sickening. This is cancer. I can't believe you guys fucking watch me. Absolute cancer.
Sacrificing so many units.
Yeah, okay, well at least I fucking know. My god. Alright, so I'm still ahead on mass. It won't last. Guys, this is just fucking disgusting. Like, just absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Okay, so this round I was playing... I was trying to be a little more clever than usual. Oh fuck, I forgot that I had no sleep that day. Anyways. 4 hours of sleep is not good. But last night I rested 7.5 hours. The baby did not wake up that many times, just 3 times. Anyway. I need to protect this area with, you know, I need to grab like a T2 engineer, maybe pepper in 3 T2 PDs, because from what I can tell, he is loving the artillery, the flak. He's still on T1. So, big ass scouting run here. Big scouting run! Let me slow this down. I seem to have surpassed the other guy. I don't know why. Should be running at the same speed if the sim speed is matched up, but it's not for some fucking reason. Come on. Come on. Okay. Anyway, I've got a drop here. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Oh, right. So this drop, I wanted to land right here for some PD. Oh, no, never mind. I didn't. I just landed right there like a jackass. Okay, so TML's out. TML barrage. This is a very effective TML. I do remember that. Effectively killing his HQ. I think the next one go for the power. I am looking, and I do know, yeah, I do know that he's got a TMD there. I wonder how effective this is. Oh, it's still effective. Huge investment on my part. Terrible separation of the TMLs. When you're versus UEF especially, you want them to launch at the same time. Like that. Because the UEF will deny maybe 2. Sometimes it gets retarded and it misses for some reason. And look at that fucking T3. Send that in there. Kill all that. Seen a lot of mistakes. Another Janus run. He is getting trolled via the same maneuvers. Where's my air? Very limited amount of air. I am giving up air control for an insane amount of scouts. Look at that shit. I need to change up my Q. I sure do. I need to use this. Kill. 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 Could have done that much sooner, but I was hyper focused on this area. More mass donations on my end. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what he's at. For fuck's sake, am I gonna hit it? Jesus! The testicular lagness. Okay, so I do induce another E-stall.
Air suicide? Oh fuck.
I mean, look at how far ahead I am. And just everything. And yet, I can't perform near the late game. I get hyper focused on things that don't matter. This is a very good idea. He's making another base here, whereas I am treating this like an eco station. No protection. T1 PD, highly ineffective in the later game, especially with the number of artilleries he's mixing. What I need to do is grab some of these, grab a couple of these extra T2s, send them up here, and get some kind of protection, some shielding, some protection, just fucking anything. Dude, I can't agree with my commentary on the other side anymore. My Down syndrome knows no bounds. Crap ton of mass up here that I am trying to grab. These aren't idle, it's just the idle NG's mod fucking with the viewing pleasure. None of these are idle. Again, I have 10 idle engineers. Looking at my other space. Pico being awesome with the suggestions. Looks like an epic crush though. Just gotta run over to the right bottom. I couldn't agree more. There is fucking no protection down here. I need to play with more focus. This should have had more. There's no protection here, and I did recognize that, so I did give them some shielding protection, but it's very limited. I've got no direct fire protection. So the point of me bringing this here, this was kind of overkill. What I should have done was maybe plop half of them here. But look at this sacrifice here. Just fucking take my money. Take my money. PappyNoob just, man, like, I hope you're enjoying this analysis, and all the crap that I'm giving you is out of love. Because you're clearly a better player than I am.
I haven't scouted his main base in a hot minute.
So anyway, you know, his ability to stay zoomed out, keep the APM low and effective. My APM is high and ineffective. So anyways, yeah, I agree with Pico. Those arties, that's super epic. Thank you, Pico. Yeah, so I do want to use the arty over here, but my goodness, I do remember at one point, I'm focused elsewhere. Like, I'm zoomed in. Like, if my zoom is this big right now, I'm gonna zoom in right there. And I'm just gonna admire the fucking textures. And I'm like, ooh, wow. Meanwhile, he's sending in all of that deliciousness. Fucking raping my artillery. Just watch, it's gonna happen. I'm that fucking dumb sometimes. Okay, there we go. I'm finally doing that thing I was talking about. Grabbing my flak. Grabbing these air-to-air. I mean, this RTR. Anti-air. Locking them in position. Because,
Glorious.
you know, people tend to move their units as a whole.
This will
But
yield delicious
if I can lock a
balls.
few, I can effectively deny or cause damage as, let's say he decides to go with gunships,
Like,
I
no
can put
ATR
some
anyway.
damage on it. If he has a loaded transport, I can effectively deny, cause some damage as that transport is
Absolute
coming in.
monstrosity.
So this area would be like the
Stall.
dead zone of that transport.
Jesus. Yep, you're right. Oh.
So
Maybe
here I
it's
go,
gonna get back on.
using the artillery,
This
destroying
second one.
highly effective
bidding.
trade for PappyNoob. Although I cause a ton of damage, destroy his HQ.
Brutal.
It doesn't really matter, because the amount of mass that I donate throughout the game
Okay, that's enough. Don't go too close. I don't
is
have eyes
absolutely disgusting. And now he has effectively... He's effectively surpassed
for something like that.
my mass income, although my mass income is higher than his.
Absolute carnage.
In terms of reclaim... Oh, what the fuck? Is this... No, that's energy. Yeah, dude. Okay, so is this reclaim? Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, the amount of reclaim he's getting... Point is, he's being way more effective with his units than I am.
I deserve this.
I mean, look at all this. Like, all these engineers just gobbledygook and everything. This is a very boring observation, I know, but
Might as well launch all three of them.
this stalemate, it's absolutely disgusting. Sacrificing a ton of artillery here. What I was just saying down here
With the shields
occurred
Oh, fuck.
right there. All of that. This flak causing an amount of damage radius here, destroying all the artillery, effectively nullifying
Hopefully there's no anti-air
my
here.
attack.
Let's go find
And let's write down the things I need to work on. Look. Okay. God, I'm about to flip this around. Okay, I'm flipping my tablet around. Hopefully it doesn't fuck anything up. Auto rotate on. There we go. Look
Oh,
at
the flak.
my
Absolute carnage.
scouts. Zoom out and stop
I wonder if I can
mass
squeeze out a fatty.
donation.
Fuck.
So that's a
Where-
very good idea, Lucas. I like
Here,
what you've got to say.
and then we'll.
Very good. Thank you.
I think that might be a good angle.
Anyway, I'm still TMLing his shit. This right here, I'm sending more Januses. Okay, well, it seems as though this Epic Pen software does not detect palm. Anyway, so Janus is doing a pretty good job destroying this stuff. What would be even more effective is to put 2 and 2 on these guys. Right there. Because I'm still sending... I got
Radars down.
3 TMLs here. Destroying.
Come on.
I'm still fucking butchering my shit over here. Alright, so P-gens are down. Doing some good shit. This right here is going to be a very effective thing because I'm not observing.
Absolute brutality.
And it seems as though that the actual gameplay on the other side has
I was not
overtaken mine by about
Deserve
30
this?
seconds, so well, let's wait a little bit. More over here. I don't think he has any flak. So I could have built a couple more gunships Oh, but he does have air right here. He has a good amount of air, and I don't. I need to get air control back. Very important that I do that. Once I do, I can instigate an attack,
He has a lot of,
because most of his flak and stuff is with his armies. So, if I sent a scout in this direction, and in this direction, which I do a lot, but I don't. I don't observe my scouting. And when I do, I don't register what the fuck I'm looking at. So anyways, I could have regained air control, snagged maybe 2 T3 gunships, killed these 2 mexes, and I definitely didn't cause any E-stalls because of the ridiculous amount of change in primary base. Look at all that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he's effectively producing over 2k power.
T2 power for sure.
Okay, so I'm at 4413. We're pretty much caught up. I'm still wasting these TMLs. I need to pause them. But every time I pause them, I end up canceling the build. And this is poor use of my units here. I need to zoom in. I know that's very counter what I've been saying, but I need to zoom in and place my units in such an orientation that it looks like this. Arty in the back. This is my Arty. And my attacking units, my direct fire,
that's gonna hurt the E. Yep.
which just so happened to be terrible Titans, who gets the shield. And I'm only putting this here because I know I stall on energy at one point, rendering my shields that I should pepper like this, so I get some protection for the artillery, but my primary should be the Titans.
It'll be like the most embarrassing.
Oh yeah, it will be embarrassing, Medicraze. So anyways, I do believe I go through an E-stall somewhere around this point, making a drop over here because of the superfluous amount of mass, and I am trying to get some mass, and my fucking mass bar is completely loaded. I've got 30k in the bank. I'm producing 5300 power for a surplus of 2k, and I'm building another P-gen because I do want to make a fat boy, and I know I may end up stalling.
I can't afford to stall on E.
Oh, good job. Good idea. Yep, so I just now stalled on E.
Please tell me
All of my Titans in this area. Wasted. Fucking wasted. Look at that shield right there. It ran out of E, died.
That's a good idea. Less expensive on the E.
All this is going to die. That giant army. Superb. Just a very good play by PappyNoob. Recognizing that that is some very poor protection.
Okay, this is gonna suck right here. I'm gonna lose this area pretty quick.
So I am 10 seconds ahead
Where is
on my tablet versus the
man,
live version on my other monitor.
It's expensive.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So this whole time I'm just trying to get my eco sorted out when I should be, you know, I need to scout up here.
Jesus. Look at that.
I need to scout here and see if he's got any flak. I'm looking, but I'm having a hard time figuring out if he's got any flak. All the flak is right here. It seems as though PappyNoob, you know, just draws the square and grabs them, moves them. So I could have gotten away with these gunships heading in that direction to cause some damage.
Feels bad.
Anyway. I'm very bad at analyzing,
Could go for fatty.
but I'm doing my best. So this is fucking stupid right here. Capped T1 Maxes, fucking pro play right there. Gonna get that. Gotta get that delicious surplus income bonus. So I'd say the beginning of the end occurred here with my mass income at 173. It's still very good, but it's you know, it's nowhere near PappyNoob's map control. Secondary base here. Look at all this. T3 mexes that I could effectively deny if my map awareness was much better. So I think today,
Look at this
or a fatty, so Pico is suggesting going T4, a fatty, or build 10 more support factories.
6.
And
I really need to scout.
yeah, 25k mass in storage,
Let's fake him out.
20k, whatever.
T1 scouts.
So this is very good. So I'm,
'Cause I haven't
you
seen
know,
him scout
getting
in a hot minute.
T3 gunships, which is a good idea because he does not have air control. His flak orientation isn't
Very vulnerable.
as
right now.
spread out. He has no T3 mobile flak. He has no SAMs.
I hate how I can't select these. Just
So
naturally
air
like
at
that.
this
It's
point
annoying.
would have just destroyed.
T1.
I wonder if I even have the option of killing. I might. I think I do. But that is never a thought that goes through my mind because it's a lot of anti-air here. I think I may be able to get away with it. If I send my T3 here and I micro them, just give a move order here, 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 and just keep them in this pocket. I think I'd be able to lay down some damage because I know it looks like he's underwater, but he's actually not. In this area, his head sticks out like this is the commander, you know, body, legs, and the water level's like that. So I do believe I'd be able to
I don't know why I said
take him
this
out.
direction.
But it's hard to do this kind of analysis when I'm busy microing everything else. Like this attack was very effective, and instead of going for the kill,
This right here won't
I'm
work.
defending with the gunships.
There's a lot, indeed.
Very derp-tastic,
Oh,
if
shit.
I do say so myself. Anyways, I do scout, and I'm not looking at my scouts again. Oh, actually, I'm ahead over here.
I need to find him. Where
Slow
is
that down. Look at all the mass that I have. Like, unpause this.
he? I am throwing games like it's my fucking
Yep. It is your job. My
job.
job is to keep that fucking rank nice and low, bro. That's what I do. Jesus, I'm so hot. Just dropped the old nanny cam here. I'm gonna take my jacket off because I am on fire. Anyway, look at my scouts. Zoom out, stop mass donation, and generally just map awareness and the ability to act
Let's go kill.
on the mass awareness.
He's got so many PGs.
I think I might have to edit the shit out of this video,
I always underestimate Zipawa.
or send it out raw and just show y'all how terrible I am at analyzing. I mean, look at this. I could just leave him there. Just leave him there and kind of destroy here. You don't need all that over there. Look at the flak. Look at the anti-air here. Just put 2 gunships on here, 2 gunships here, 2 gunships here.
I'm throwing again.
Oops, and I've caught up. So let's reduce on this or increase the speed, and I am doing an air battle at the moment. Yeah, okay, we're all caught up. Cool. So anyways, the air battle, I'm attempting to micro. The ideal thing, which I do finally do, is move the gunships in this direction so that the gunships anti-air can pepper him off. Because he's clearly targeting my gunships instead of going for the air win. So what I'm trying to do is instigate. So here, let me explain. So I got my gunships, and this is more for newer people, and my fatty's finally done. But anyways, so my gunships are here, say, and he's coming in with his air. I'm coming in with my air like this, and now I'm moving my gunships in this direction, and his air is coming in like this, and I'm trying to sneak behind his air, knowing that my gunships will survive the attack. So I'm trying to get the air win like that, and it does seem as though I managed to pull that off. But look at all that T3 mobile anti-air. This is effectively denying or donating all this mass. I need to bring these up. Oh, I can't even do that. Look at all that T1 anti-air. Yeah, I need to bring this here like that. Deny this expansion. Whoa! Yeah, deny this expansion and retake this. And anyways, the you know what? I'll mention it when it happens because this is just the derpiest reason. The whole reason, all of the justification for scouting and map awareness, because I could have won the game very easily near the end, although he had the majority of the control. You know, he was like this, just fucking owning everything. And I launched a nuke based on assumptions instead of scouting, like a jackass. Alright, let's keep observing here. I'm getting hungry. I need to drink some water. So anyways, changing the orders for my engineers in this area so that I can reclaim this. Because look at this. All that. Just getting sacrificed here. Good. So I'm denying all of this army. The air positioning should be with the gunships. I do pride myself on microing fatties and protecting them very well. Although this game, something happened where I got distracted. And he managed to kill my fatty. Because one thing I'm good at is, you know, walking him in, walking him back. It's not that hard of a thing to do, but I like to cheese a little bit with a superfluous amount of anti-air and shields. What's the word? Complementing the fatty's inability to focus on short range and anti-air. What? What is this? I thought I was gonna kill my own air. Like, that's so dumb. So I need to have... I think I have Omni. I do have Omni. I think. No, I don't. Not yet. I'm still working on the T2. No, I do have Omni. Yeah, I have Omni. So my situational awareness should be much better than it is.
Crush bot with fatty.
So fatty is crushing.
Oh my goodness, look at all this juicy.
Okay, so right here I'm talking about this. And I had in mind the number of kills as veterancy, not the mass equivalency, which I do. Everybody gives the new veterancy system shit, and I disagree.
We need to see if he's making a nuke of sorts.
I think that is just an unfair advantage if you're an opponent who has a crap ton of T1 and you get a number of kills. It should be based on mass. I think that is a more accurate representation of damage. So, this is getting a little hairy right here. Okay, these are getting really close. I do remember at times there was a few games where I loaded up a T3 transport with Percivals and landed them right inside the shield pocket with the attack move from the Percivals already pre-queued from the transport. And it effectively destroys a fatty. And that is the primary reason why I pair so many shields and anti-air, is because if you know how to counter a fatty based on the situation, then that is a very effective move, very cost effective. Anyway, what am I building? I think I'm building... Oh no, I'm still building factories. Like, the amount of stuff I'm doing that is ineffective is fucking crazy. Right now I'm on automatic mode. I'm just playing survival when I should be focused on killing him. Very bad positioning for my commander. I think I should probably load him into a transport, move him here, because right, you know, a little while ago, if an attack down here effectively kills him, what in the fuck am I doing? Keeping my commander there with no fucking protection. Nothing. Like, come on, man. This right here. Yeah, nuke is a good idea. I definitely have the economy. Well, I'm pumping out 180 up to 200 with the reclaim. I suspect I'd be able to get it in roughly 4 or 5 minutes in game time. I mean, look at this. Fucking 56 minutes. This should not have lasted that long.
Thank God for that Omni.
And a lot of times, I avoid killing my enemy in, like, direct ways. Because, yes, it is the more effective way and it is the correct way of playing. But I like to relish in my success. A lot of my wins are secondary to GG's from overwhelming the enemy with, you know, eco destruction. Like he can no longer keep up. He recognizes that there is no way to win. So they end up control K-ing, or they try to get a Rambo comm and load it up in a transport, which, you know, ultimately fails. That kind of stuff. I'd never go for the snipes. I need to snipe more. So let's add that. Snipe more. More snipes. So here he comes with the air. Counter this shit right here. This right there. I mean, God. It's so dumb. I'm so dumb. Like, man. This is such a tough pocket for a fatty. Like, why don't I just... no. I think the position's good. It's just I forget about him. So anyways, more mass that I'm not capitalizing on. I'm killing a lot of stuff, which is good. But I need to select all of these. Move order, followed by an attack move. So that I can grab all of that reclaim before he does. And fuel my my nuke. And now I just started that nuke, according to my other side at 5817, which is a little there. So you should see the engineers here start to build. There it is. And it is built. So let's see if my prediction was correct. 4 or 5 minutes, I suspect I'd be done with that nuke if I balance my eco correctly, and it looks yeah. So I did end up noticing that I wasn't these were not upgrading. I did give the intermexes an upgrade order, I believe, because it's stupid to cap them without the T1, but this is the second time I see this, so I'm wondering if my hotkey is just not working. I think I'm gonna have to do what Farm does, which is have the hotkey with select nearest lowest tier mass extractor. I think I'm gonna have to bind that to Control S, because right now that's select all naval units, which is a very dumb hotkey because my selection deprioritizer mod selects Navy with a drag only, ignoring air and land units, which kind of gets in the way at times. So I believe this is the moment where I lose my fatty. And the baby's crying a little bit. Oh no, she's kind of sort of going back to sleep. Just a little bit. Yeah, we're good.
This
nice.
Is crazy e-stall.
Nope, nope. Go back to sleep. Okay, good. Anyway, I think I lose my fatty here. It's possible. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. This is taking fucking forever. Like, the amount of time wasted here. Every donkey donk.
Look at all this mass I'm not getting.
So anyways, I'm recognizing I'm wasting a lot of mass. Wasting APM on one artillery here. Wasting these units. I need to move it back. Sacrificing expensive units. Expensive T3 units for nothing. I swear to God, look at this positioning. All of my air, my T3 air, my T1. Why am I still building interceptors? Anyway. this is about to get destroyed because look at all the anti-air mobile T3 and this. God, you just could come in and destroy all of my air. Because the anti-air is not reacting because I'm landed, but, you know. I lost all of my anti-air, so anyways, I grabbed these guys for another protection detail.
But there's so much AA.
So, giving some backwards move orders here. Some more. You know what? I'm just gonna fast forward this because it's just about over. Y'all are gonna get to see. Wow, I'm not gonna fast forward, I guess. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake.
Keys.
Ugh. Oh my fucking god. Anyway. It's just terrible.
Many orders were given this
Yeah.
day.
Anyways, I'm referring to the wall of scouts here. So they're going out to scout. I'm zoomed in to these factories and giving orders. Not even looking. I am just fucking zoomed in here now. I mean, look at my scouts, dude. Like, look at... now I'm focused up here. I'm not even looking at my scouts. Do I even know where his commander is? No, I don't. He's hidden because of the water. Could have sworn I had Omni. I do have Omni, but I can't see him. So, we got a fatty here. Finished. Hard counter. PappyNoob just destroying me. God, I mean, I can chalk it up to being tired all I want, but damn, this is just stupid. Hardcore throwing of the game. Just the most intense amount of throwing. It's almost like if someone didn't know what I was doing or what kind of player I am, they would look at this and be like, this dude is fucking manipulating his rank, man. Like, no one is this bad late game. Well, I assure you, there are some people that are that bad. Yep. Okay, so he started left drone for some reason. Shield, good idea, because, I mean, I started shield a while back, I believe. All my air over here. Oh, why am I not capitalizing on the air? I have all the air in the world. I mean, God, like, just, all this does not need to be taking over my shit. Just make a couple T3 gunships. Oh, okay, he does have anti-air in the mix. Okay, that's why I didn't do that. Okay. Yeah, this is dead. Anyway. Fatty. Out of position. I don't even think at this point I know that he's got a fat boy. Even though I scouted like years ago.
Please tell me you never scouted that.
Like, I think I just now recognize. Yep. Yep, just now.
Shite. Mine's got
Yep.
vet and shielding on.
Mine does have more vet and shielding, and I think I do eventually destroy the fat boy. But I lose my fatty somehow. I forget how. Anyway. We're almost done here. We're almost done here. 20k mass. Bully Doza. Letting me know how fucking terrible I am. My nuke should be done, and I believe I launch it when another one was about a sixth of the way finished. Yeah. So anyways, I just kind of select and launch and destroy this area. With the assumption that the commander was there. Which is very dumb, because I was aware he was there, but that was like 15-20 minutes ago. Goodness. Just look at this. Just terrible. Just terrible. Absolutely grotesque performance. Wowzers. Wowzers. Where?
maximum
Oh yeah.
damage.
So I'm focusing here.
I don't know how much the outer ring causes, how much damage it does.
So obviously it launches. He's probably gonna end up canceling, going this way. Matter of fact, I know he goes this way because I have a memory. But a simple scouting run. You know, another fucking look at all these scouts. Just a fucking umbrella of scouts. Just take a look. Like, come on, Medicraze. Just take a look. And this nuke. This nuke would have been effectively nullified. I mean, the win would have been absolutely wreckage. Anyway, I'm falling behind on this computer because it is slow-tastic. That's my drawing tablet thing. My drawing 2-in-1. Yeah, I'm in a -1. Anyways, point is, PappyNoob, well played. You effectively countered all of my shitty play. Oh, this is how I lose the fatty. By simple overwhelm. By simply getting overwhelmed. I mean, look at this.
Fuck.
All I have to do is scout. Even if I plopped it right on top like this,
Oh my god.
he would have still been on the inner ring, I believe.
Bye-bye base, yep.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so the outer rings don't do enough damage to kill that. I thought they would, but they don't. Unless it does damage over time and they're about to blow up. Which I doubt the nuke does. Unless Subcom is like, oh yeah, radiation fallout causing destruction of the electronic mechanisms inside the, you know, an EMP blast, yes. I don't know. Kind of went retarded there.
This is classic fucking me, dude.
So anyways, on the other screen, I effectively give up here. Because I'm a professional game thrower.
I should have scouted him first.
Yeah.
I couldn't get
A
anything
waste
from him.
of strats here. With all the SAMs.
Looks like an anti-nuke.
Redonky donk. What I should have done was send the ASFs in before the strats, and the SAMs would have focused on the ASFs first. So now I'm finally sending out those scouts after the fact, like a jackass.
So
Okay, I'm gonna stop that there because obviously I lose. And well played, PappyNoob. This was, Jesus, like an hour of learning. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys destroyed your brains with me. This is just absolute cancer. Like, I'm sickened. I am absolutely sickened here. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay. And goodbye, y'all.